There we go. We're here. James Swanwick here. Great to have you here. We're talking about famous people who no longer drink. Just to give us a little bit of motivation here. I am James Swanwick. Thanks for joining us. You might be in the 30-Day No Alcohol Challenge Facebook group. You could be watching live on YouTube. Wherever you are watching live, just go ahead and post your name if you like. Just say like John or Christy and which city and state and country you are watching from. I'm in Brisbane, Australia at the moment. Ordinarily, I live in Venice Beach, California, but COVID-19 has had me back in my native country. I've been here some months now. Looking forward to getting back to the US whenever that is. Hello, Watch You Melt. What's up, my guy? Nice to see you on Facebook. If you're watching, we've got Alex who says he's joining from Fort Worth, Texas. Great to have you here. Anyone else who's watching live, just go ahead and post in there. Kelly, hello, Kelly from Northampton, Massachusetts. Great to have you here. We're talking about famous people who no longer drink, famous people who are choosing to live the alcohol-free lifestyle. For those who haven't watched me or aren't familiar with me, I am the author of this book, the 30-Day No Alcohol Challenge. I've helped about 20,000 people quit alcohol now. I also have a sleep company. I create these blue light blocking glasses. And if you're on computers for long periods of time, more than ever, and you've got, eye fatigue and fogginess, you can wear these Swannies blue light blocking glasses, which help filter out the blue light. We've got Ben Gower who says, sup. Guess that means what's up. So yeah, if you're just joining us, we've got a few more people here. Just go ahead and type in where you're watching from, which city, which state. And by the way, if you have a question as we move along, just type in a capital Q and some dots like I've just posted in there now, and ask your question. I would love to be able to serve you and to help you. So let's get straight into it so we're not wasting any time. Actually, before we start, who wants to tell me some names of people who they know don't drink, some famous people? If you're familiar with people who don't drink, go ahead and type it down in the comments down below, and then I will reveal who the famous people are. So you could think of like successful business owners, entrepreneurs. You could think of pop stars. You could think of actors or actresses. If you can think of someone that you know doesn't drink currently, go ahead and type in below. Hello, Juan Sabas Valencia from Medellin, Colombia. ¿Cómo estás? Alex Blair says, Bradley Cooper. Bradley Cooper, you are so right. Bradley Cooper does not drink alcohol. Hello, Bradley Moon from San Diego, California. Hello, Ben Gower. James Swanwick is famous and doesn't drink. I appreciate that. Thank you. Courtney Cosby says Kat Von D. I didn't know that. Thanks, Courtney. Courtney's watching on YouTube. Brian Scally is watching on YouTube from Cape Cod, Massachusetts. Bradley Moon, Kathy Griffin. Kathy Griffin doesn't drink. I didn't know that. Oh, actually, I think I saw that, but wasn't that familiar or didn't resonate with me. So let me just share my screen here. Thanks for your comments. And if you're just joining, go ahead and tell me where you're watching from, which city, which state. We're talking about famous people who don't drink. So I'm going to share my screen, and let's have a look here. Right now, here we go. So just a little background on me. This is me here. I have coached about 20,000 people not to drink. When I was drinking, I looked like the guy on the left. When I stopped drinking, I looked like the guy on the right. I quit in 2010 just for lifestyle reasons. I kind of went from this to this, lost about 13 pounds in 30 days because I was clear and wasn't drinking. I got a job hosting SportsCenter on ESPN, and colleagues of mine were people like Magic Johnson. I started this blue light blocking glasses company, which generated $1 million in its first 12 months, and it continues to grow from there. Forbes magazine wrote a little piece on me. Elon Musk is in the news lately. Hung out with some pretty successful people, but going alcohol free really just triggered a whole lifetime of healthy habits. I started just hanging out with healthier people and famous people. That's Schwarzenegger, created the 30-day no alcohol challenge. I now mentor a 2-time Oscar winner on how to stay quit from drinking. I've helped Eli Manning, the New York Giants quarterback. I used to work with Hugh Hefner, the late Hugh Hefner from the Playboy Mansion. Speak on stages, been on some TV shows, speaking about the alcohol-free lifestyle, some podcasts, and was featured in this book, Genius Foods. Pretty healthy. I mean, very healthy, I think, for a 45-year-old man. So now let's get into some famous people who don't drink. So Warren Buffett, the world's richest man, or one of the world's richest men. It fluctuates between him and Jeff Bezos and Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates. But Warren Buffett doesn't drink. He's done okay in his life. It seems to have worked out for him. Jennifer Lopez, singer, actress, doesn't drink alcohol, and she still looks terrific. It's kind of like the best anti-aging technique you can actually have, not drinking, because alcohol dehydrates your skin and weathers your skin. And if you've been drinking for 5 years, well, you've actually probably aged 10 or 15 years. If you've been drinking for 10 years, it's probably aged you 15 years. Jennifer Lopez looks pretty healthy and fit. She doesn't drink. Larry Ellison is a very famous billionaire. He owns a lot of properties down in Malibu and California. He says, I can't stand anything that clouds my mind. I have no problem with people drinking if that's what they want to do. God bless them. That's their business, but I can't do those things. Let me just stop sharing for a second. There we go. Cindy says Donald Trump and then does a blah kind of sign. I think I understand your politics based on that. Rachel, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing your last name, Rachel, but hi. Rachel's joining us from Harrisonburg, Virginia. Brian Scally says, Swannies for the win. I love it. If you're just joining us, go ahead and just type in your city and state where you're watching from and tell us your name. I can see we've got a lot more people who've joined since we began. We're talking about famous people who've quit drinking. Can you guys just give me a thumbs up if you can see the screen that I've been sharing? If you have been seeing the screen that I've been sharing of photos of famous people not drinking, can you give me a little thumbs up or say yes, or you're all good, or yeah, we're good, continue, whatever you want to say, just to give me a little, just to make sure that you guys can see me okay. Wherever you are watching from, just type it in the comments down below. I see we've got people joining us in Facebook, people on YouTube. Hello, Eric Barnhart from Wake Forest. Great to have you here, North Carolina. Gary Hughes from Pompeii, UK. Great to have you, Gary. Hello, Cindy. Cindy's giving me a thumbs up. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. So I'm going to share the screen again, and we'll continue on with these famous people who are not drinking. Let's go here. All right. We have Natalie Portman, Oscar-winning actress, says that she experimented with alcohol in her college days, but now she stands strong as a sober adult. Again, example of someone who's had success in her profession. And also, look, you may not care for celebrities or Hollywood stars or whatever. I mean, I'm not overly impressed by them, but it's just interesting that in their line of work, in their profession, they've done particularly well by choosing to be alcohol free. People like Jennifer Lopez. I mean, Warren Buffett is an investor, the world's best investor. Larry Ellison is also an investor and a business owner. And they've done, remarkably well in their life from choosing to be alcohol free. This is for Cindy, who doesn't like Donald Trump by the sounds of things, because she did a little throwing up emoji there. But the president of the United States says, I don't drink. And it's very easy for me not to drink. I tell people, what are you drinking for? And they don't even understand what I'm saying. So there's no political leanings here at all, whether you're pro or anti-Trump. It's just interesting that, he hasn't drunk. He's never taken a sip of alcohol in his life. His brother actually died from alcoholism. And I think his brother, as Donald Trump tells the story, he says his brother told him don't drink, and he listened to him and didn't, and doesn't. Shania Twain is a famous country singer. She said that she had a third of her relatives died at young ages from alcohol abuse. Kind of crazy. So she doesn't drink. Tyra Banks rather had a little taste of alcohol when she was 12, but that's about it. Ronaldo, any soccer fans here? Cristiano Ronaldo. I mean, he's drunk on occasion, but when he's playing and during the season, and even off season, he avoids it. He drinks lots of water, so that's a finely tuned machine. I mean, he's been the world's best soccer player. He and Lionel Messi for many years now, and he avoids alcohol almost entirely. I think he might have a drink on occasion, but for the most part, he's just choosing to live the alcohol-free lifestyle. Kristen Davis was in the TV series Sex and the City. Again, she doesn't drink alcohol. She seems like a very nice and successful woman in her life. And then, of course, Bradley Cooper, who I don't have an image for, but I'm going to do it while we're talking here. Let me just stop sharing the screen again. I'm going to get a photo of Bradley Cooper because I should have a photo of Bradley Cooper. I interviewed Bradley Cooper back in the late 2000s. I used to be a film journalist, and I lived in Hollywood, and I would get invited to interview movie stars at movie junkets. And I interviewed Bradley Cooper at the SLS Hotel in Beverly Hills when he was promoting the film The Hangover. And I remember asking him at the time, I said, Bradley, what's your drink of choice? And he said, oh, I don't drink. And I was like, what? And he said, yeah, no, I don't drink. And I remember thinking, because I was drinking at the time, I was never an alcoholic, but I was a social drinker. I was a societally acceptable drinker. And I remember thinking, I actually remember judging him for not drinking. I remember thinking to myself, oh, this doesn't seem like some kind of guy that I might want to hang out with and have fun with. And wow, how wrong was I? Because, about a year or two later, I've ended up quitting alcohol and staying quit. And I just realized how profound of an impact it made on my life, and how, I've lived a life with alcohol and I lived a life without, and life without is just so much better. And I look back and I go, man, I was so immature and so ridiculous and so set in my ways that I judged someone for not drinking. So I judged Bradley Cooper. He seems to have done okay, pushed on since then, hasn't he? He's been nominated for an Oscar a couple times. And if you're a man, maybe you're impressed by him dating supermodels. He's got a lovely child now, I think her name is Arena. I can't pronounce her name. Maybe someone can help me. But in any case, no one would ever accuse Bradley Cooper of being dull because he doesn't drink, right? We admire him because he's successful in his profession. He's a successful actor and director and singer now. He performed with Lady Gaga at the Oscars. And no one's ever, going, oh, Bradley Cooper, ugh, he doesn't drink. What a loser. We admire him, right? Let's see. Rachel says Anne Hathaway. Anne Hathaway doesn't drink as well. I didn't know that. Thank you. Cindy says Trump's dad was an alcoholic too, I think. Yeah, I think that was right. I think you might be right. So type in here that was a bit of a tongue twister. Who of who I just showed you did you not know didn't drink? So what surprised you just then? Like, of the list I showed you, which name? Like, was it President Trump? Was it was it Warren Buffett? Was it one of the actresses? Who surprised you just there? Just go ahead and type in which name surprised you there for a second, and I'll read that out. I think we've got about a 10-second delay. So when you type it out, it takes you about 10 seconds for it to come through. Hello, Jordan in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Great to have you here. Mikhail Scott from Wells in, I think ME is Massachusetts. I'm not sure. I think so. What's been interesting so far? Like, what's been interesting, or who's been interesting for you so far? As we've seen a list here. Rachel says Bradley Cooper. Yeah, interesting that Bradley Cooper doesn't drink. Pretty successful guy. I was surprised when Courtney Cosby shared that Kat Von D didn't drink. I was surprised by that. And then Kathy Griffin. I didn't know about Kathy Griffin, and I didn't know about Anne Hathaway, which is amazing as well. Who here would like to reduce or quit drinking? Jason Statham doesn't drink, according to Gary Hughes. Thank you, Gary. I'm going to look that up. I appreciate you sharing that. Who here would like to reduce or quit drinking? Just type in like me or hands up. Brian Scally on YouTube says, I didn't know Warren Buffett didn't drink. Cindy Suss says she was surprised by Bradley Cooper. Who here wants to reduce or quit drinking? Who here wants to reduce or quit drinking? Just type in your comment down below. And if you have a question you want to ask me, then Rachel's got her hand up. Hi, Rachel. How you doing? Great to see you. Thanks for putting your hand up. And if you have a question, Gary Hughes says, me, got it. If you have a question, I would love to help answer it in the last 12 minutes we're going to be together here. Alex Blair says, I already did your 30-day challenge. Amazing. Great work on doing the 30-day challenge. If anyone here is just new to trying to quit alcohol and they're wanting to, try to, just try it on and try like a little, sorry, I'm just pulling up a site here. 30-day test just to see what it feels like to go 30 days without alcohol. I'm just going to share my screen. You can go to 30daynoalcoholchallenge.com and 30daynoalcoholchallenge.com and you can enroll. And it's helped about, like I said, almost 20,000 people now. You'll click on this link here. It'll ask you to put in your details there. It's 67 American dollars to do it. You'll get a video every day for 30 days. You'll go into a Facebook group, which is really helpful. And for those of you who are wanting a little bit more help and you're tired of the stop, start, and you really want to like just crush this and just quit for good, and you want some additional coaching and support, then you can actually have a free call with one of my coaches and possibly join our 90-day and beyond program, which is named Project 90. And I'll share the screen here as well. This is where you can go for that. So if you go to jamesswanwick.com/schedule, you can go here and basically you can schedule a free 15-minute call with one of my former clients, now coaches. You'll just put your name, your email address. I'll ask you to answer a few questions like, are you sure you want to reduce or quit alcohol? It'll ask you how long do you want to quit drinking for. If it's just 30 days, we can help you with that. If you want to do 90 days or more or forever, we can help you with that. Just ask you a few questions there around your drinking situation, and then you schedule it, and then you'll end up talking to one of my former clients, now coaches. This is John Keltner, who quit drinking in our Project 90 program, and he lost a ton of weight. You can see the difference there in his face. This is Jessica Gaines-Jarbo. She's a realtor from Louisville, Kentucky, and she now generates much bigger and better clients as a result of being alcohol-free. Anyone here want to reverse aging? Like feel a lot better from living the alcohol-free lifestyle? Then you can go to jamesswanwick.com/schedule. I'm going to put this in the link here. So let me just go. I just put the link in my comments for that 15-minute call if you're interested. And then I'm also going to put it in for the 30-day. Rachel says, I've heard such great things about you. Thank you, Rachel. That's so nice of you. Appreciate you sharing that. And let me just hit schedule. There we go. Mikhail says, 81 without, what did you say? 81, I can't see what you're saying. Not sure what's going on with my comments here. Anyway, who's got a question you want to ask? Just type in question and I will gladly answer any question. Mikhail Scott says, 81 days without alcohol. I love it. I hit 30 and haven't looked back. Yes, congratulations. Super happy for you. Watch you melt. This guy, I've had enough beer. You've had enough beer, says watch you melt. Okay, good. I love it. What's your drink of choice? Who's drinking what here? Who's drinking beer, whiskey? Just type in there what you're drinking at the moment. Jack says, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise. I'm 5 weeks alcohol-free. Congratulations, Jack, on Facebook. Super happy for you. Well played. What is or was your drink of choice? Is it beer, whiskey, wine? Just type it in the chat down below. We're actually starting another Project 90 very soon. So if you did want to have coaching and support and accountability for at least 90 days, and we can help you quit, then where you go to is jamesswanwick.com/schedule. And that's where you can book a little free 15-minute call with one of our coaches. There's nothing to buy on that call, so you can leave your credit card behind. You just speak to one of our coaches just to see which program or how we might be able to help you. And if it seems like we might be able to help you in the 90-day program, then we'll schedule another call to go over that. But for the time being, if you just want to get like a plan for quitting drinking, whether it's just for 30 days, 90 days, or forever, like I said, if you just go to jamesswanwick.com /schedule. This is the link here, jamesswanwick.com /schedule. And you can just book a little time there and talk to one of my top coaches. Free 15-minute call. We'll figure out a little plan for you on how to quit drinking. Some of you may want to work with this ongoing, and if you don't, no problems. We're still going to give you a plan to help you go and do it on your own. Gary Hughes says, vodka. Yeah, got it. Vodka. Thanks for sharing. Brian Scally on YouTube says, used to socially drink beer, but quit a few years ago. Best decision. I love that. Jack Mason says, water. Yeah, water. Spice of life. I love it. Hello, Dolo Donna from Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. Yes, I love it. Jack Mason says, all drinks was my choice. Just hated the taste of cider. I get it. Thanks for sharing that, guys. Thanks for sharing it. If you're just joining us, we just went over a list of people who quit drinking, and I'm just going to share the screen again and show you, and then I am going to show you some things why drinking alcohol is not very good for us. Here we go. So Kristen Davis, actress from Sex and the City, does not drink. Cristiano Ronaldo, the world's best soccer player, arguably the world's best soccer player. Some people say Lionel Messi is better, but Cristiano Ronaldo seems to be, one of the top two, if not the best. Tyra Banks had a little taste of alcohol when she was 12, doesn't drink. Shania Twain, the president of the United States, Donald Trump, has never drunk alcohol. Natalie Portman, Oscar-winning actress, experimented with alcohol when she was younger, but now doesn't drink at all. Larry Ellison, very famous billionaire, business owner. Jennifer Lopez, actress and singer. And Warren Buffett, world's best top investor, Warren Buffett. And then we also talked about Bradley Cooper and Anne Hathaway, also don't drink, which is very interesting. And Jason Statham, apparently, which is kind of cool. So, there are smiling assassins all over the place who are encouraging us to drink. It's the waiter and the waitress who says, hey, can I get you a drink? Hey, would you like a drink? It's our friends at the bars with their smiles on their faces. But really, they're assassinating you because the truth about alcohol is that it is a poison. It's toxic to the body. It takes 7 to 10 days in most cases for the body to rid itself of the toxins. It raises the risk of breast cancer in women, lowers testosterone levels in men, causes sexual dysfunction, kills your brain cells, restricts brain growth, leads to a leaky gut, causes you to gain weight, fatty liver, high blood pressure. There's as many calories in a pint of beer as there are in pizza. There's, wine and donuts. Really bad for your skin. Who here wants to defy age, wants to not just stop the aging process, but reverse it? Quickest way to do it is stop drinking alcohol. Alcohol is so bad for your skin. Look at the difference here between this guy and this guy. And then if you're a woman, it's unbelievable because alcohol is just straight poison and toxins. And when you put those toxins into your system, it shows up on your skin, which is your body's largest organ, causes you belly fat. If you're a man, beer belly. If you're a woman, it's kind of love handles and shoulder fat around here. So a couple of little tips I'd say to people: stop trying to quit alcohol, because if you're saying don't drink, I shouldn't drink, I'm going to quit, then you're thinking about alcohol. Instead of saying don't drink, I shouldn't drink, I have to quit, I'm quitting, say what you will do, which is I easily only drink water, ice, and a piece of lime tonight. I easily only drink lots of water. So a lot of people are like, I shouldn't drink, don't drink, I can't drink. Well, of course, now you're thinking about drinking. But if you start saying instead, I easily only drink water, ice, and a piece of lime, I only drink water, I only drink sparkling water, then of course things are a lot easier. It's very much easier to stay alcohol free. Hope this was helpful. I'm going to do this again. I think tomorrow we're going to be talking about, what am I talking about tomorrow? Let me just look at my calendar. What's the subject tomorrow? Tomorrow I'm going to be talking about how much your drinking is actually costing you. So if you want to do a little mathematical equation as to what your drinking is costing you, then join me same time tomorrow. We're going to be live here on Facebook and YouTube. I'll probably get Instagram happening as well and do a three-way, and we're going to be talking about how much drinking actually is costing you, because it's not just what you spend on alcohol, it's what you're not making because you are because you're drinking. Has this been helpful? Want to just give me a little thumbs up? Would you please share this link now on your page, or like it, or give it a little heart if this has been helpful or fun or valuable? Little thumbs up, little heart, little comment, share it. I didn't get any questions, so bring questions for you tomorrow. David said you'd answer. Yeah, but where's the question? I'm looking for the question. Where's the question? Oh, here we go. David, thank you. Thanks for, yeah. David, question, what makes you different than the others? What makes me different from what? I don't quite understand. Do you mean what makes my way different from other people who help people quit drinking? Well, AA has you steeped in shame. So you're going to go, I'm James and I'm alcoholic. I'm not an alcoholic, and I don't want to say that. Whereas what I do is I make it fun and aspirational and happy. And it's not like giving up alcohol. It's choosing to live alcohol free and all of the amazing things that happen. So mine has accountability and fun, and we have little fun challenges, and I make it as light and as fun as possible, whereas things like AA and some other programs are kind of dark and depressing. I hope that answered your question, David. Jack says, I'm happy now. I'm free from this monster. I earn my happiness by getting to know myself. I love that. Julio LeBron says, yes. Let me just check my calendar, because I think I got to get on this call here in 1 minute. Let me just check. What have I got now? Oh, yeah, I'll be okay. I'll go 1 minute over. What She Melt says, how can I quit drinking when I'm so ingrained in the craft beer culture? I'm so passionate about it and I love what I do, but it's so hard to stop when it's literally my job and I'm in the environment. Yeah, I get that. So we got to rewire your brain for sure, because, people in your life are creating this, and I'll just show you, I'll share my screen again. Creating this idea that drinking is fun and pleasurable, right? And so you have people who are like these guys, like they're smiling as you're holding this attractively packaged poison. You're toasting with this attractively packaged poison. You've got some fireworks going off with this attractively packaged poison. You're celebrating with this attractively packaged poison. You got guys drinking beer who are having fun with this attractively packaged poison. You've got advertising, which is convincing you that you create romance with this attractively packaged poison, and it's all false marketing. And smiling assassins are everywhere, right? The waiter, the waitress, the friends. So the truth is that you're being lied to all the time, right? But this lie is that alcohol creates fun and enjoyment and connection, and that you catch up with the ladies and, oh, everyone's having such a great time. But really all you're doing is toasting to having a poor night's sleep, shocking hangovers, waking up feeling like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 when you know that you could be an 8 or a 9 out of 10. And everyone is in on this form of social conditioning. And it's not your fault, because your parents started it when they said, oh, you can have a drink when you're older. So it's been going on for years, but you are in a matrix. Like, for sure, you are in a matrix right now. And everyone thinks that this is cool and this is great. Just 1 second. Hey, mate, can I call you back on FaceTime in like 5 minutes? Thanks, mate. Sorry about that. You're in a matrix, and it takes a bit to get out, quite frankly, because your brain has been wired a certain way for many years. So what we do in my Project 90 program is we unlearn what you have learned, right? We rewire the brain. We literally get you out of the social conditioning that has you believe that drinking is fun and cool and everyone's smiling, and we get you to be in those same situations, still smiling, still having fun, but drinking sparkling water or any other non-alcoholic drink. And your friends and the culture, they're all cool with you doing it, and you're cool with you doing it. So there's a couple of little mind techniques we do. We use some neuro-linguistic programming. We look at the world's best and latest neuroscience studies, and we completely unpack and unravel. We kind of like peel away the layers of the onion of what you have created in your mind for many years, that drinking is normal and drinking is fine and that's what everyone does. And we now have you understand and appreciate that you're not saying no to alcohol, you're saying yes to the alcohol-free lifestyle. And now you can go into social engagements where there's craft beers and all of that stuff, and people are drinking the beers and enjoying the taste of it, and you're there just like smiling and drinking soda water. I know it seems unrealistic at the moment, but that's why we're good at what we do. We can totally rewire your brain around that. A lot of it is just being aware, like seeing a lot of the advertisements of how they're tricking you, and being aware of how your parents ingrained this idea in your head when you were little, like, oh, you can have a sip. Oh, it's what adults do. Almost like you're ingraining this. It's a rite of passage for you to like get to the point where you get to drink alcohol, as if drinking alcohol is some fun, amazing, incredible thing. Non-alcoholic beers, okay, substitute. I mean, yeah, sure. I mean, you can drink non-alcoholic beer because there's no alcohol in it, but does it really taste that good? In my experience is that it tastes like piss. Not that I've ever drunk piss, but I can imagine it would taste like cat piss. So yeah, you can have none. I mean, look, I would just say, why are you still hanging on to this idea of having to drink beer at all? It's attractively packaged poison. It's crap. It's rubbish. It's nonsense. The word alcohol actually comes from an Arabic term, and the Arabic term alcohol, it's called alcohol. It means body-eating spirit. Body-eating spirit. But like, we've normalized it. Here's the thing. Alcohol, just listen to me here. This is really important, right? Alcohol is responsible for 3 times as many deaths as all other drugs combined. Yet it's the only drug where you have to justify not consuming it. Let that sink in. It's responsible for 3 times as many deaths as all other drugs combined. Yet it's the only drug where you have to justify to friends and family and colleagues and clients why you're not consuming it. Is that ridiculous or what? Like, is your mind starting to open up here? Jack says, not drinking is so much fun. Where have I been hiding? My memory is blank. I can't remember one day properly whilst I was poisoned. Yeah, being alcohol-free is so much better. Jack says, now I remember every day in 5 weeks. I love it. So I hope that was helpful. Getting in a group, this is for the YouTube comment for the watch you melt. Getting in a community of other like-minded people who are also quitting is super important. Getting into a community of people who are like alcohol-free, and not like, we're alcohol-free, but they're just like, alcohol's not part of their life. It's not like they're sitting around going, I'm only going to hang out with people who don't drink. I mean, I hang out with people who do drink. I was in Noosa in Queensland last weekend catching up with friends, and they ordered a bottle of wine at lunch. We're right on the beach in this beachside restaurant called Bistro C in Noosa, Queensland. And we're catching up with friends. They ordered a bottle of wine and shared it, and I ordered sparkling water, and it was fine. I had a ginger beer, a little bit of sugar in the ginger beer, but ginger beer is like a soda, right? And it was fine. They drank, I didn't. Nobody cared. So for you, you know, you can quit drinking, even like if you're ingrained in that craft beer culture, and it's great that you're passionate about it, you love what you do, but wouldn't you stand out? What a great way to stand out amongst the crowd, saying you're the guy who does craft beer, but you don't drink craft beer. It's literally your job and you're in that environment, but you just say, you know, I've stopped, decided that I enjoy the alcohol-free lifestyle more, but I'm staying in the community. Man, you just like talk about people who would like, you know, pay attention to you. Jack says, we need the groups to reflect on ourselves to remind us where we came from. Yeah, so just on that, on the group and the accountability, I'll just share my screen one more time. and then we'll wrap this up. Just a reminder: the Project 90 program that I was referencing gives you all of that accountability. You get a coach, a check-in coach, and there's people we join on live calls, and it's really fun. Just as a way of context, that is a higher level program. So a lot of times the people in that program are entrepreneurs or business owners or sales professionals or retirees or people who have a lot to gain by financially by quitting alcohol and a lot to lose if they keep drinking. The way that you can just have a little 15-minute free exploratory call just to see if it is for you is to go to jamesswanwick.com/schedule, and you'll just book a time on this page. And down below, you can see a few little testimonials of some people who've been in that program. jamesswanwick.com/schedule is the link. I'll actually just show you one more. I'll just show you a page of people who of some people who've done that particular program, because here we go. So this is Angela Ponsford. She joined us in December of 2018, and she's still alcohol free. So it's been 18 months. John Keltner also joined us December 2018. He's also still alcohol free. If you book a call, you may end up speaking with John. Here are some other people down below. There's some videos here. Jessica got bigger and better clients as a result of being alcohol free. These are some real estate professionals who made more money from being alcohol free. If you're wanting to lose weight, there's a story there about John Keltner losing 20 pounds. There's some people feeling healthier. Tim Steele, his 35-year-old from Oregon, he estimated his drinking was costing him $250,000 a year and lost revenue because of alcohol. As soon as he quit alcohol, he started generating $250,000 more again. Joe Worley reconnected with his wife, which is great. And Philip was trying many years, but couldn't quit, but now he's able to. Yeah, so there's a few little stories there. That's at jamesswanwick.com/project90 testimonials. But yeah, hope that was helpful. All right, I got to go, but I'll be on here same time tomorrow. Tell your friends, share, like, little heart, give me some hearts. I hope this was helpful. Thanks for joining, and I'll see you guys next time.